What is up, my friends? It is Aaron Parker once again, and we are here celebrating Kathleen Gregory on hitting 5K affiliate. Brand new 5K affiliate in the house. Let's give it up for Kathleen. Everybody, drop some likes, drop some hearts, and give some big congrats to Kathleen. So we are here today. Kathleen, are you excited?
I am so excited. So excited.
Love it, love it, love it. I love the little setup you have on the windowsill there.
I know it's always there, right?
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's take a quick roll call. Let's see who do we have on. And I want to give everybody a quick heads up as well. We are streaming live in two places right now. We're streaming live on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, drop us a like and you can share this YouTube video out there for others who might want to get this training. If you're on Facebook, you can do a watch party. You can click share. And of course, tag some people in the comments who you know would also like to learn how Kathleen just hit 5K affiliate. This is going to be an interview / training. We're going to learn more about Kathleen and we're going to dive deep into like, what does she do? How did she make this happen? So get ready to take some notes and let's get excited. First of all, really quick, let's see who do we got in the house. We got Roseanne in the house. Welcome. We got a lot of people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. April is ready to rock. Awesome. Guys, flood the comments. Let's keep this thing active. Everybody stay engaged and let's go ahead and dive right in. So, Kathleen, for those who do not know anything about you, let's kick it off with a little bit of background of who you are.
Okay, well, I live in the beautiful state of California. I live literally 10 minutes away from the beach. I absolutely love it. And I'm sure you living close to the beach, you know how wonderful it is to be able to be that close to it. It's so refreshing. And I'm a mother of two wonderful boys. One is 15 and one is 10. And I am married to my high school sweetheart. We've been married for over 12 years, been together a lot longer. Oh, I know. I actually lose track. I always have to ask my husband, like, when is our wedding date again? How many years have we been married? Because when you've been married for that long, you just kind of lose track. So I'm going to do a little bit of backstory. I am not originally from California. I'm actually from Idaho. I was born and raised in Idaho, and my family, we decided to up and move to California just under 5 years ago. We did not know a soul here. We didn't know anybody here at all. And it was very scary, but sometimes the best things come out of scary things and stepping out in faith and hoping for the best. And when I moved here, I was actually, and you may not even know this, but I was actually pregnant as a surrogate. I was a surrogate helping another family. And when I moved here, I had felt very alone because I was carrying a baby for a family. And then a year later, I carried for another family and unfortunately had a stillborn and ended up delivering the baby very early at 24 weeks. And the reason why I say that is because not to feel sorry for me. I mean, it's taken a lot of healing to go through that kind of situation. And but what I found was that afterwards, when something life altering like that happens in your life, you really go into self-reflection of what is your purpose in life? What do you love about your life? What are you grateful for? But what are some things that you maybe feel like you're missing? And what are ways that you can be able to fulfill that and pursue that? And so I decided to go to college. I started my degree in getting my bachelor's degree in photography. I am a birth photographer. So that was one of my ways of healing, was by becoming a photographer. And trust me, it has how it led me to what I'm doing now. But over those 5 years those 4 years that I was, still getting my degree, I felt like there was still something that I was missing. So when I was back in Idaho, I was part of another company and I was in network marketing and I led a team. I loved it. I loved everything about the community. I loved everything about inspiring people. But when I moved here and I didn't know anybody, and then I went through something really traumatic, I realized how important that was to me, in addition to making money and all those things. But I really have a passion of empowering other people. And So fast forward, going through that healing process, trying to figure out like what it was that I really wanted more in my life. And I didn't really think that it was going to lead me to this. I had no idea what it was. I still have a passion for photography, and I still have a passion for everything that I do. But a year ago, I went to the doctor because there were some things going on, just, physically, emotionally. And I talked to him about it, and he's like, you might just look into CBD. And I was like, what? I was like, because I told him I didn't want to do anything. And like, I was going to go exercise. I was going to go do all these things. And he goes, you just might decide to go like kind of just research it. So I was actually on the look for CBD, but I was not on the look for another business because I owned another business. And I thought I was on this journey of trying to kind of like self-reflect. And my word of last year was joy. That's what I was looking for, was joy. And then it kind of just stumbled on my lap. I believe that sometimes opportunities arise when you least are when you're not expecting it, when you least expect it. And it just fell in my lap. And someone that I knew on Facebook happened to mention that he was using, trying this brand of CBD. And I reached out to him, said, hey, can you send me some information? And he asked me to just check out the marketing plan. And so I checked it out, and I was floored of just how lucrative it was. But then I realized, like, for me, like, yes, money doesn't bring you happiness, but the choices that it gives you brings you happiness. And I had realized, in addition to that I get to do what I love to do, which is empower and lead people at the same time. But also I've been growing myself. Like, it gave me another opportunity to have self-growth, because a growing mind is a growing business. And so that's kind of how I started. And then, that was, what was that? That was July, I think, that I started. And the journey since then has been absolutely life-changing for me. We have the most phenomenal team with the Power Team, and and then also with my personal team that I get the privilege to lead. And I'm going to tell you one thing, is that aside from the financial gain, which my husband, he's been through, like, we've been together since high school, right? So he's seen all the ups and downs, and he goes, Kathleen, you're never leaving. You're never leaving. But truly, the biggest thing for me that I have that is priceless is seeing other people grow and other people break their belief barriers, because when they do that, it empowers me to want to do the same. So that's a little bit of like kind of how I ended up here, where I'm coming from. So I don't know, like, that's that. How's that?
I love it. I love it. Amazing story. I mean, I'm learning new things about your background and your story. And my goodness, I mean, just such an incredible, story that you shared so far of getting to this point. And so it was roughly 8 months ago, 8 months ago,
mm-hmm.
when you first did a search for CBD.
Right.
So you were on Facebook, and were you searching for it, or did it just pop up and you just reached out to that person?
Well, I had heard about the brand, and like a friend of mine, like here locally, had used it, and she's like, oh yeah, I use this. And I was like, oh, cool. So, I wasn't searching for it necessarily. It just happened to pop up on my news feed. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I decided to kind of dig in a little bit more at that point.
Nice. Awesome. So for those that are watching, I want everyone to realize that this is an interview to learn more about Kathleen and her story, but it's also going to be a training. And so for those of you watching this, maybe you're a part of the Power Team. If you're on the Power Team, let's see some comments, hashtag Power Team. But if you're not, that's great too. This is open to anyone and everybody who's involved with MDC. You're part of the MDC family. Or maybe you're just involved in network marketing. You want to learn how people are becoming successful with our business. And so you want to definitely be taking notes throughout this entire video, because you're definitely going to be learning some things to be able to help you take your business to the next level. So the fact that you just reached out to somebody, right? This is something that popped up on Facebook. And I want everyone to realize how powerful this is, because Kathleen was not enrolled by me, but she's on the power team and we work together. And we're going to talk more about, what transpired since she got started. But I want everyone to realize that if somebody did not post on Facebook about how excited he was about CBD oil, guess what? Kathleen Gregory would not be here on this video right now today talking to all of you.
I wouldn't be.
Just let that sink in. So for everyone who's watching and you're looking to take your business to the next level, how do you know that you're not missing out on the next Kathleen Gregory? She could be in your team. And all it takes is posting on Facebook and being excited about what you're doing and sharing your passion for these products, because that is what somebody did. And look at what has happened because of somebody posting something on Facebook. Is this helping anybody, right? I want everyone to just take a step back and think about, when was the last time you posted something on Facebook sharing your passion, your excitement for these products, for the products that you have with MDC, or if you're in some other business, right? And it can't just be, well, I posted last week, or I posted a couple weeks ago. Guess what? It takes consistency, and you've got to continue to keep posting and sharing your excitement. So I just wanted to really hit that one because that's powerful. And I want to make sure everyone realizes how you were brought into this. So let's talk about, you get started, and because I want everyone to realize that some people hit rank and get promoted fast. Right? We talked about this yesterday. How many of you have seen people get started in MDC and they get promoted super fast? Whoa, it's like, oh my God. And then sometimes, and listen, we said this yesterday and we're going to do it all over again because that's how important this is. Sometimes we get discouraged. Be honest. How many of you have ever been discouraged when you see somebody else rank up and you're like, how come he or she is getting promoted and I'm not? Right? Or he or she did it so fast. Why is it taking me so long? Right? And so it took Kathleen, 7-8 months to hit 5K. Yeah. Now listen, 5K is a big deal. This is the first major rank within our company. So 5K affiliate is huge. And let's just real quick, hold up. We got to just do this. I forgot to show this on the screen. So everybody give it up. Kathleen Gregory, new 5K affiliate. Whoa! This is awesome. And so, yes, a lot of people are saying, I've been discouraged. I've been frustrated. And so I want to talk about this right now. This is going to be really, really important for everyone who's watching this, because most people, the vast majority of people in network marketing, do not have success quickly. I'm here to tell you there is no such thing as an overnight success, right? Even though when some people join a business and they have success, boom, really fast, it's still not overnight success. Well, what do you mean, Aaron? They got in, they had success fast. It's not, because there are things that they did for probably years leading up to that point to create what appears as overnight success, but it really wasn't. It was all of the relationships and all of the things they did for years leading up to that point. So never forget that. So Kathleen, talk to us about the journey of from when you joined back in July until last month. And this whole time for 6 to 7 months, you were not a 5K. You're just going through building your business. Talk to us about that journey and some of the things that you overcame and some of the things that you can share that you learned along that way.
So I'm going to give you 2 of my favorite quotes before I do that. The first one is, anything worth pursuing is going to have obstacles, or as I call them, stepping stones to hurdle over. Okay. You have to be willing to go over, under, around, and through every obstacle and every stepping stone that comes in your way to achieve success. Anything worth pursuing is not easy. Okay. It's simple. This is a simple business. but it may not be easy. Okay. That's one of my favorite quotes. The other quote I love to say is, some people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The person that I saw on Facebook 7 months ago was in my life for a reason. Whether they are in this journey with me still or not, they came into my life for a reason, because for that reason, I am here today. So I want you guys to think about that, because as you build this business, people are going to come into your business and they're going to leave. Some people are going to come into your business and they're going to stay in your business and then you're on this journey with you forever. Okay. But you can't get upset. You have to think of your business that it's a constant going like this, right? But you have to be willing to keep going like this. You can't go, you can't stop, go, right? So the reason why I share that with you is because my journey may not have started like a lot of people's journey did. I came into this business and I jumped in. Like, once I realized how wonderful this opportunity was, didn't matter how long it was going to take me to get there, I wanted to jump in with both feet. So I jumped in, I started running, I had success really quickly. And then some hurdles happened and my business slowed down. But one thing that I didn't stop doing was doing the daily work. And I think that's my first tip, is consistency. Like, I was consistent in making sure that I was reaching out to people, making sure that I was, letting people know that I was in business, but also I was consistent in feeding my mind and and giving myself affirmations to make myself believe that I could be what I just feel like I deserve to be.
Kathleen, didn't you almost, I don't know how close you were, but in your first 6 months, there were some times where you were cranking, you were getting close to 5K. Mm-hmm. And then you dipped back.
Yeah.
And you got further away from it. This is the point. Yeah. Everyone, please listen carefully. This is the point in your business where you have to shake yourself up and you have to realize, you all heard that story, 3 feet from gold. Mm-hmm. The moment that you feel like quitting, it's in that moment that you are defined. You are defined by those moments. And when it gets tough and when it gets challenging, like she said, this business is simple, but it's not easy. Mm-hmm. And when you find yourself, maybe you're watching this and you're brand new and you haven't experienced this yet. Maybe you're going through this right now in your business, where maybe you're taking a dip. Maybe you're going backwards. You're like, how come I'm not growing? This is the time that defines you.
Yeah.
So you get to determine. And what did you do, Kathleen? Talk to us about what you did in that moment of dip in your business.
I really had to dig deep, because, when I feel like sometimes when you are in that big dip, like in that valley, right, you feel alone. Like, whether your sponsor quits or your team members quit, or you're not getting those results that you're going, and you just feel like you're going like this and going like this, and you kind of see it go like this. It's at that moment that you have to decide. Like, that's why I wear my bracelet saying I have decided, because you have to decide. See, right there. Oh, it's this way. See, it says wait. There we go. I have decided. There we go. I have decided. You have to make a decision. You have to draw a line in the sand and say, I don't care how hard this is. I don't care how many no's I get. That's actually one thing I did, is I played a game with myself. How many no's in a row can I get before I get a yes? And my team laughs at me when I say this. I go, I challenge you to go get 100 no's in a row. And they're like, what? And I go, I challenge you to do it. Because I guarantee you will not get 100 no's in a row before you get a yes.
Ooh, go for the no. I like that. Go for no.
And I get, it's so funny. And if someone says no to me, I'm like, yes, another no. Because you have to play a game with yourself, especially in those valleys where you're you're trudging through the mud. Right. And I kept my sight high. I was like, if they can do it, I know I can do it. That's the biggest thing. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely 100% honest. There were moments when I was seeing people hit 5K and I was like, kind of like what that's, I can't remember her name, but the speaker you had last week where she said, don't ask what, ask how. And I realized at those moments that I was like, what am I doing wrong? Why I'm not there? When I was asking the reason what, I wasn't getting anywhere. But when I was like, okay, I know I can get to 5K. How can I get there? And I think it's in those moments I really had to ask myself, how can I do it? How can I work differently? How can I be more efficient in my business? But the biggest thing is that I feel like I think we've all gotten into this point when we start building a team is guess what? We start pointing our fingers and we start going, why aren't they working? Why aren't they doing their business? But really, I had to look inward and go, how can I be different? Because if I'm different, if I'm working the way that I expect them to work, then they will do it too. And that's honestly, I think by me kind of starting to roll that ball of doing that, they started to see me work in that way, in that different level of intensity, in that dip. That's where it started to go like this. And last month, obviously hitting 5K was phenomenal because, and 420 definitely helped, but I honestly believed it was about propelling each of us to go, wow, if we can do that, there's no reason why we can't do it again without a BOGO sale. And I think that's just how I have been able to maintain that excitement and maintain that passion even past it. So, I think my biggest tip for you, this is my other tip, is reach up. Reach up. Okay. When you
hold that thought. That's good. That's the next topic. We're gonna come right back to that.
Okay, I'll stop.
So guys, I want to hit this hard because this right here is, I mean, guys, holy cow, this is huge value. If you're getting value, drop some hearts, drop some comments. Let's know. Let's know. Let's see it and share this because there's people that need to see this. Tag them in the comments. So she said a couple things that I have to hit on. Number one is we obviously just talked about the importance of pushing through. And can you repeat, Kathleen, what did you say a minute ago about the what and the how or the why or say that one more time?
Okay. So what I was saying is that in those moments when you're trying to figure out how to go from A to B, like how do I go from here to here? So for example, like for me, I was hitting, a certain level every single month I felt like, and I just I couldn't get there. Just I was just I'm producing, but I just can't get there. And I kept on saying what? I was like, what am I doing wrong? What can I do? I just kept asking what.
Okay.
But when you do what, you become reactive. You're reactive to what you're doing rather than asking how. Because when you ask how, you're proactive in moving forward in your business.
So just asking a better question.
Yeah. How can I do it? How can I connect with more people? How can I use my time more efficiently?
Got it. Love it. And then second thing you did that I just absolutely love, guys, this right here is strategy time. You ready for strategy? So many people come to a training like this and they're like, tell me what to do. I need some strategy, right? How many of you guys, if we gave you a strategy right now that I could virtually guarantee, and I will challenge anyone to do this, and if it does not increase your results, then you got to let me know, and I'll give you $100. Like that. That's how much I believe in this strategy. And this is it. It's a challenge. The challenge is how fast can you get 100 no's? Because this is something that is scary. This is something that will push you. It's going to stretch you. And it's not, I'm going to get 100 no's over the next year. No, it's a race. Mm-hmm. And what will happen, ironically, like Kathleen said, is you're never going to get to 100 no's. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's possible if you're really trying to, and you're just saying all the wrong things to all the wrong people. Maybe you'll get 100 people in a row to tell you no, but it's very unlikely. Those of you who will do this challenge, I guarantee your business is going to go up. Your results are going to go up because you're not going to get to 100 no's. You'll maybe get to 20 or 30 or 40, maybe 50, and then boom, somebody's going to say yes, and they're going to sign up.
Yeah.
And before you know it, guess what? Guess what you do once you get to a yes? You start over. Mm-hmm. And you keep building on this challenge. Before you know it, you're going to get down to 40 no's, and then you get a yes. And then it'll be 30 no's, and then you get a yes. And then it's 20 no's, and then it's 10 no's, and then you get a yes. Before you know it, every 3, 4, 5 people, maybe 10 people, you're going to get a yes because your skills are going to get better. Just like Jim Rohn says, what you lack in skills, you have to make up in numbers.
Yep.
So this right here, this challenge is a strategy. I'm giving it to everybody right now. Thanks to Kathleen. I want to see how many of you are going to accept the challenge. If you will accept the challenge, I want you to put in the comments right now, I accept the challenge, or I accept the 100 no challenge. And let's see how many people are actually going to do it. This right here is huge. Okay. Now, you talked about going up. We have to talk about this because you mentioned that your sponsor posted something on Facebook, and then at some point along the way, your sponsor quit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how many of you watching this have a sponsor who has either quit or has abandoned you, or maybe they haven't quit, but they're just really not serious? Come on, let's listen, guys. We're just keeping it real. Okay, we love your sponsor, whoever it is, right? But if you have a sponsor that's either quit, that has abandoned you, or is just not that serious about the business, and you can't really go to that person for help, what do? Well, you do what Kathleen did. Talk to us.
So you reach up. So when you're in business, or like, network marketing specifically, you know what most of the time we do? We reach out or we reach down. So we either are talking to our sidelines, which is like our team members, right? Or we're reaching down, like talking to people down. But you know what? The best place for you to go is reach up, because they are where you want to be. Never take advice from someone that you wouldn't be willing to trade places with. I want you guys to write that down. Because sometimes we go and try to get advice from people that maybe we would never want to trade places with. So guess what I did? My sponsor did quit. My sponsor quit a couple months after I started this business, and I had to make a choice. Do I quit too now because he's not there, or do I reach up? And I decided to reach up. You have to know, you have to be invested enough in your own self, in your own future, in your own business to be like, you know what? My success is not dependent on someone else's decision. It's dependent on me and what I decide to do. Because I wanted this business to work for me, I decided to reach up. And I reached up to Aaron and I said, Aaron, I want this, and I want to work this business, whether or not my sponsor is in this business, whether or not my whole entire team quits. But I'm willing to take advice from you, and I'm willing to take I want your guidance. And that is what I'm going to tell you, is that whatever business you're in, even if you're not on the power team, is your sponsor, the person above you is the most invested in you to start to be successful in your business, because when you're successful, they're successful. And so that's what I did, and that's what I constantly do. But the other thing I want to share with you, when you reach up and they give you advice, do it. Don't just take it and then take their time. Actually do it. Because they're only going to give you advice. They're only going to give you guidance, their own education that's going to help you in your business. They're not just trying to give you something that's not going to ever help you. And that's what I decided to do. And I continually invest in myself. In order to go up in your business, you have to show up. And so you have to be willing to show up to their trainings. You have to be willing to, go to their events that they do, even if it's virtual right now. And so that's the biggest thing that I did, that aside from my action every day, was that I chose to reach up, whether or not, I didn't know Aaron. I'll be honest, I did not know Aaron at all until I made that one phone call. I remember the first phone call I made to you, and I was like, this is Kathleen. You probably don't know who I am, but I'm on your team, and I don't know where my sponsor is, but I need help. Right? So that's reach up. Don't reach down. Don't reach sideways. Reach up.
Wow, I love it. All right, guys, this is huge. And there's been a ton of comments. This, unfortunately, is the nature of the business. This happens to everyone. Listen, I love my sponsor, okay? Y'all know who my sponsor is. She's the co-founder of the company. Mm-hmm. Guess what? She's helping the whole company, right? I don't reach out to my sponsor for help. She's busy. She's pregnant. She's busy. She's running a company. So there's going to be situations just like Kathleen, where your sponsor has either quit, is either not very helpful, is not building the business, whatever the situation may be. So guess what you do? You go up. So for those of you that are a part of MDC, here is your call to action. Everyone needs to do this, whether you have a great sponsor or not, you log into your back office, you click on Success Coaches. And when you click on Success Coaches, you're going to find 3 names and phone numbers of your sponsor, their sponsor, and that person's sponsor. I challenge all of you to reach out, send a text message and Facebook message, if you have them on Facebook, to all 3 people and say, hey, I'm serious. Hey, I'm ready. I want this. I'm ready for you to push me. I'm ready to be accountable to you. Will you coach me? Will you help me? Because here's the thing. Their success is dependent upon your success. You realize that? Their success is dependent upon your success. So reach out, reach up, and I would also suggest that you find who are your upline, 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, and so on. Those are other people you want to reach out to. Guys, if you really want success in this business, you don't go this way. You don't go this way, right? You go this way. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say there could be an exception. The only exception would be is if you find someone who is on another team that is above you in rank, above you, not same or below, above you in rank, and that person is willing to coach you or mentor you or give you some advice or some help, and they're willing to do that, go for it. But other than that, my recommendation is go upline. You have an upline. There are people in your upline right now who are going to help you. That's what they're there to do. So somebody says, where do I find their names again? In your MDC back office, you click on Success Coaches. Success Coaches. That is where you'll find your 3 direct upline. Boom. And I love what Kathleen said, that this is your business. You have to take ownership of this, and you have to decide that, look, I'm going to be successful. It doesn't matter what your sponsor does. It doesn't matter what your upline is going to do. You have to make the decision that, and you guys have to say this out loud, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to be successful. And Kathleen's a great example because her sponsor quit. What did she do? Guess what other people did? They quit. Oh, my sponsor quit. Okay, I guess I'm going to quit too. Guess what Kathleen did? She reached out, and guess who was the next person above her sponsor? It was me. And she reached out. And so guess what I started doing? I started working with her. And guess what? If you're on the power team, I work with everybody. I don't care who your sponsor is. Let's just be clear. If you're part of the power team, unfortunately, I can't help everyone in MDC, okay? MDC family, I love you. We do have a 90-day Blitz group. If you're not part of our 90-day Blitz group, you should be. That is a 90-day Blitz group where the whole company is invited. It's public, and we do lots of great training in there for the whole company. But for me to be able to provide one-on-one coaching and support and mentorship, you got to be on the power team. That's just the way it works. I mean, as it is, we've got thousands of people that we're working with. And it doesn't matter who your sponsor is. Christopher Livingston, you see him right there. He's a great example. He's like, I don't know, like a million levels down below in my organization somewhere. But I work with him every day because he stepped up to the plate. Now he's a 50K affiliate. And that's exactly what Kathleen did. And she's on her way up too. So I love it. This is great value. I know this is going to benefit a lot of people. And Kathleen, I just want you to know that your story is going to help people. There are people watching this and the light bulbs are going off, and they're going to make some changes and some shifts and some adjustments in their business because they want to make this happen just like you did. So Kathleen, what else do you have for us?
So I do have one more tip that I wanted to share with everybody, but I have to show you this because everyone that's in MDC, join the 90-day Blitz group. It doesn't matter if your 90 days starts now because I have to show you something. So I started the 90 days in the beginning of it, right? Which was, it ended that when it first started, it ended April 30th. I had it written down in my calendar right here, end of 90-day Blitz, April 30th. And guess what? Because I followed the 90-day Blitz formula, I hit 5K May 1st. So I wanted to show you guys that if you stay committed, stay focused, you will do it. So that was actually what I wanted to give you guys a tip, is a track number grows.
Say that again.
A tracked number grows.
Tracked, like tracking.
Like I'm tracking. A tracked number grows.
A tracked number grows.
Yes.
Tracking your business.
Yes. A tracked number grows. So I am adamant about tracking, not like fine tune, like I know someone else on our Chris, I think on our team talked about this, but I track, like, so every, I know my averages. So one thing that, okay, I'm going to share one tip that really helped us get to 5K. Like, this might be what it is. And I call it the power of 4. What it is getting, all I focus on with my team members is get your 4 for the month. Get your 4 for the month. 4, you got your 4? Okay, let's go to 8. You got 8? Okay, great. Let's go to 12. The power of 4. And that's what I track. I have a board behind my computer, and it's called, I have it right on the top, and it's called the power of 4. So of course I track my BV for each of my teams, but my biggest focus is the power of 4. I'm helping each and every team member on my team hit their 4 new customers or affiliates, whether they are brand new or they're seasoned and have been with me since the beginning. And last month, and continuing this month too, is that each of them are focused on that. How am I getting my 4 this month? How am I getting my 4 this month? And that is what I'm tracking. And at least every week, I'm like, okay, you have 2 this month. Who can we reach out to today? Who can we reach out this week? And by tracking that number, it has grown. And over half of my team, aside from the 420 sale, had their biggest month ever last month. We had 2 team members on our team hit over 1K last month. We had a brand new affiliate that came in last month that, within her first 30 months, made more money than she ever thought she would have made in her first month, and earned the Power Team promotion that you guys had last month. And it's because I tracked the numbers. I tracked it. And that is, a goal worth having is worth tracking. If you don't have a goal and if you don't track it, it's like throwing the mud on the wall and hoping some of it sticks. If you set your goal too low, you will reach it every single time. So you have to you have to reach, you have to set your goal just a little bit outside your comfort zone, but you have to be willing to track it, because otherwise you won't reach it. You won't ever reach it because you won't ever know where you're at.
Woo! I love it, y'all. This is something that I've been teaching since day one. And shockingly, the people on the Power Team who are tracking their numbers daily, some people, it's interesting how some people fight me on that. I don't need to track. I don't need to track my numbers there. I'm good. I'm a 5K. I'm a 10K. I'm good. I don't need to track my numbers. That's too much work. And then, a year later, they wonder why they're still a 5K, right? So track your numbers. And I have a question for everybody. I want to see right now, who is getting their 4? I want you to declare it. I want you to scream it. I want you to say, I'm getting my 4 this month. And by the way, this email I just got yesterday. And I'm only showing this because I want people to know that we are in the trenches, leading by example. My wife and I have been in this business for 2 years. And every single month, we have never not got our 4. In 2 years, we've never not got our 4. And just yesterday, on the 14th of the month, I got this email. Whoops. How many of you guys have gotten this email? And if you haven't gotten this email, you're going to get this email before the end of the month. You are bonus pool qualified. You can see right there, it says yesterday. This means, it says enrolling 4 new customers or affiliates, and the company gives us extra commission, extra bonus money. Look at that. So what we do is we piggyback on the comp plan of getting your 4. And it's such a simple thing because everyone can get 4. It's 1 per week. And if you're a little behind, you're watching this live and it's already halfway through the month and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have anyone signed up yet this month. It's okay. You've still got 2 weeks to get your 4. You can do it. So really quick, I'm just going to take a quick, oh my gosh, you guys are blowing this up. Let's see, Britt is getting her 4. Christopher said he's already got it done. I know Kai's going to get it done. And this is awesome too. For those of you like Kathleen who are looking to go 5K, or you already have a team number one is you have to get your 4. And then step 2 is to help your team get their 4. That's it. If you want to know the simple formula for success in this business, it's you get your 4 each month and help your team get their 4. That's it. Those of you who will do that, I promise you, and you track your numbers. So tracking your numbers, I see you guys are blowing up the comments. I love it. Tracking your numbers means, and Kathleen, I'd like for people to hear this from you. What exactly are you tracking? And you're doing this every single day. And how are you tracking this? Give us a quick example.
So just my 4? Is that what you're talking about?
Like you said, tracking. So tracking your goal, your volume, whatever it is that you're tracking.
Yeah. So there's a couple things I track because I want to know where I was last month and I want to know where I'm going and where I'm at and where I'm going. Okay. So the first thing I do is I write down what my goal is for the month for my team and personally, and I track where I'm at. So like if, obviously I want our team to hit minimum 5K every single month, and then we want to go to 10K. So I have that down and I'm tracking like this is how far we have to go. And the other thing I do is how many orders away are we from? So like director orders, how many, builder packs are we away from that? Like, so that because I'm not going to give the number, but like I have it written on a Post-it note. I'm this many director packs away because it's easy for me to know. Okay, it's like an easy way for me to track to get to that. So I track where I want my team to be. The other thing I track is actually how many people I'm reaching out to each day because I have a minimum of how many people, like how many new people I want to reach out to, and so I write, like, for example, if my minimum is 10 of people that I want to reach out to, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I actually write the names down of I know it's a little bit different than some people do it, but I write actually who I want to reach out to that day so that I don't have to think about it because I'm busy. I have a family. And so I love that I can just dump it on a paper or on an iPad, whatever. And then I just write it down. And so I just go, okay, perfect. I have to reach out to John, Sue, things like that. So it takes less time for me to get that done. And then, of course, like I said, I have all of my team members that have committed to getting their 4, and I write them on a board. And every time they get a new person or a new customer, I have them reach out to me and just say, I got another one, and I mark it down. And I just have like little slashes on each of their names. And the reason why I actually started doing that was because there was 1 month that I was 1 new person away from hitting my 2nd share for the global bonus pool. And I said, I will never let that happen again. I was 1 away and I left money on the table. When you don't track those different numbers, you leave money on the table. And, I'm in business because I love community, but also I like money because money gives me the choices that I need. So I track how many people I'm reaching out to. I track what my team is doing. I track my BV that I'm doing, and I actually do track my no's. So that I can see how many people, because then I know my average. If I'm reaching out to 10 people and 1 says no, or 1 says yes, and I know, okay, I need to reach out to at least 10 people to get a yes. Does that make sense?
Wow, I love it, guys. Who's getting value? This is absolutely huge. Tracking your business. I love what you said there. When, like, for example, the majority of the people that are watching this, you guys are all going to go 5K affiliate. I know you are. I believe in you. I know you can do it. And whether you go 5K affiliate this month or 3 months from now or 6 months from now, when you start implementing and applying every day what you learned in this video, it's going to compress the amount of time it takes for you to hit 5K. This training you're watching is going to increase, is going to lessen the speed at which it takes for you to hit 5K when you apply this every day. And so one of them is right there. How many director and or executive packs do you need to hit your goal? And so for those of you going for 5K affiliate, you know that you need 5,000 in volume in your entire team. And so you could just do simple math and figure out how many director packs or executive packs or a combination do you need to hit your goal. Now, if you're brand new, figure out 1K, 2K, 3K. These are stepping stones for you to hit to 5K affiliate. Another thing you said, which I love, is you have a list of people. I want everyone to just listen carefully. This is huge. You have a list of names of people on your team that have all committed to getting their 4 for the month. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wow. If everyone will do this, woo, your business is gonna boom. Make a list of everyone on your team who has committed to getting their 4 this month. Make sure you're leading by example. It's not about boasting. It's not about, ooh, look at me, I got my 4. No, it's, listen, team, I'm doing this with you. I'm never going to expect you to do something that I'm not doing. So as you get your signups for the month, let your team know, hey, I got my 1st. Hey, I got my 2nd. Oh, John, congratulations. You just got your 3rd. Oh, I just got my 3rd. Oh, Mary just got her 4. Woo! Like, Mary beat me. Mary got her 4 before I got my 4, right? So make it a fun competition. Hold everyone accountable. And if you're brand new and you've only got a team of 1 or 2 people, that's okay. Guess what? You know that there was a time when Kathleen only had 1 or 2 people on her team? You know, there was a time when I only had 1 or 2 people on my team. We all start somewhere. So this is a huge strategy for all of you to start implementing. Get a list. So here's what's shocking, Kathleen. Some people will do this and some people won't. Some people will literally right now say, yeah, I'm going to do it. And tomorrow they don't do it.
Yep.
Or they'll start doing it. And then 3 days from now, they stop doing it. Guys, I want to wake you up. You ready? You are here for a reason. You're watching this video for a reason. Do these things. Do the 100 no challenge. Start tracking your volume, tracking your business, and make your list of the affiliates in your team. And by the way, this list, it's going to grow every month. Here's why. Because if you're brand new, let's do this. You ready for this? Check this. This is going to blow you guys away. If you're brand new, guess what you must do this month? You have to get your 4. Okay? Guess what? You now have 4 affiliates on your team. Guess what you're going to do with those 4? You're going to help them get their 4. Guess what? Now you have 4, 8, 12, 16 people in your team.
Yep.
And you every month. Now listen, here, let's do, okay, hashtag real talk. Ready for some real talk?
Love real talk.
4 people on your team. Guess how many of them are going to say, yes, I'm going to get my 4. I want to be successful. It's going to be 1 or 2. Okay, 1 or 2. We'll keep it low. We'll say 1. Some of you are just like, dang, only 1 out of 4. Again, real talk, right? So you've got 1 person who's serious. Guess what? Next month, you're going to get 4 more. And your 1 got their 4. And so each month, your team is going to grow little by little. And you're going to do what? You are going to have a list of all the names of people on your team who have committed to getting their 4 for the month. Now, here's what's crazy. After a few months, you start having more success. Guess what happens? Some of the other affiliates who signed up 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago that weren't doing anything, they're like, whoa, look at that. Whoa, they're having all this success. Wait, hold up. Put me on the list. Put me on the list. I'm ready. I'm ready. Right?
So true.
There's people who are not going to be ready, and that's okay. Still love on them. Still reach out to them, but they're not ready to put in the work. But when they see you having success and you're helping others have success, guess what's going to happen? They're going to see it, and they're going to, oh, I'm ready. Let's go. And they're going to say, put me on the list. I want to be on that list. I'm going to get my 4. Are you guys getting this?
It's oh my gosh, it's so true too. You have to love them where they are, right? Whether they're walking, crawling, or running, or sprinting, like you have to love them where they are. And one tip that I have learned that has helped me a lot in my business is I take my report, take my tracking sheet, right, and I cover up the names and I look at the numbers, because then you take the emotion out of it. Because we love everybody. But, you know, I know that when I get to where you are right now, I'm not going to have time to be able to, you know, talk to every single person every single day. Does that make sense? And so one thing that I also do, and along with that, is I'm working my business as if I'm at your level right now. So I am leading like that. So if there's someone that's not willing to put in their work, it doesn't mean I don't love them, and it doesn't mean that I don't believe that they can do great things, but maybe they're just not ready quite right now. And so, but when they're ready, oh yeah, game's on, and I'll be running with you. But I love you where you are right now. And that's what happened, is I was the one that was doing 4 all the time, and I had maybe one person that was doing it with me, month after month after month. And sometimes, they weren't even doing it. And then it was just me, month after month after month, getting that 4. And then finally, I think I do that. You guys, when I was getting the prizes and the promos and earning the masterminds, and I was getting all this stuff, yes, I loved it. But you know what I was doing is I was like, team, look what I got. You can get this too. I was showing them, I was giving them an insight of what they can get when they do that too. Look what you get. And then the last month, when I had the team earn, that's even more exciting. When it's not just you anymore, when it's your team achieving those challenges with you, and they're on there with you, and they're getting their value, and they're like, I'm sold. Guess what? That's when synergy starts to happen, and that's when the ball starts rolling. And then all those, like you said, those people start coming out of the woodworks, and we're like, wait, you guys are having way too much fun, and I have to be part of it. I'm going to have FOMO. So no, you're totally right. Like, they start coming out of the woodworks when they see it to start to happen.
Woo! Boom! All right, we got to close this out. I got an exciting announcement for everybody, so don't go anywhere. Kathleen, you just dropped some major bombs of value for everybody here today. And I have to give everyone a little disclaimer, because this does happen, unfortunately. If people on the power team reach out to you privately and they're going to start out, oh my God, Kathleen, help me with this. Can you help me with this? That's not allowed. I know some of you are like, what? Why can't we reach out to Kathleen? Because it's not fair to her, right? She's building her business. She can't have thousands of people reaching out to her for help. So if you do, she's going to just tell you, hey, post it in the power team group. And so that's what I want to tell everyone to do now. If you have questions for Kathleen, you have 2 options. One, you can comment on this video and tag her and ask your question, either live or the recording. And that way the answer can benefit everyone. Or jump in the power team group, go to our FAQ document and tag her in the group, and she can help you there. So, make sense? Everyone agree? Cool. Awesome. Thank you. So, last final tip, suggestion, strategy, anything you can give to everybody who's watching, give it to us.
My tip or last piece of words is believe in yourself, even if you don't feel like believing. And if you don't feel like believing, or if you don't believe in yourself, find someone in your inner circle that will believe in you until you can believe in yourself. And the only way that you can fail is by quitting. So that's my last bit of words.
The only way you fail is if you quit. I love it. It's amazing. It's true, 100%. And I want to tell everyone watching right now that I believe with every fiber of my being that you can hit 5K affiliate without question. And I'll even say this, you are going to hit 5K affiliate. 100%. I believe in you that you can do it. So I want to see, what is your goal? I want everyone to comment right now in honor of Kathleen. Everybody give it up for Kathleen Gregory, new 5K affiliate. Woo! Kathleen, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you so much. This has been incredible, and I can't wait for you to hit 10K. We're going to do this again.
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys, we are going to close this out, and I've got an exciting announcement to make, but I also want to have everybody do a couple things in closing. Number one, I want you to comment, what was your biggest takeaway? What did you learn? What was the one thing that you are going to take away from this training? Because here's the thing, you can't just attend a training like this and expect things to change. You have to change. For things to change, you have to change. Kathleen literally just gave you the roadmap to hit 5K affiliate, but you've got to put in the work. You've got to make the adjustments. You have to do things differently for things to happen. So what was your biggest takeaway? Drop a comment, and I want to see who's going 5K, and I want to see when are you going to go 5K? Because some people say, oh, it doesn't matter how long it takes, and I agree. It could take a month. It could take a year. But I also think there's something powerful behind setting a date. You know, like you guys catch that Kathleen, she started our 90-day blitz. The 90-day blitz training that we have, which by the way, I'll just give it to you guys one more time. We have all of our, Kathleen said that she started doing the 90-day blitz training and she set her goal and for what month she was going 5K. And because of the 90-day blitz training and everything we do with the power team, guess what happened? She hit 5K that month. So here is the 90-day blitz training. I'll give it to you guys one more time. 1 second. Who's going 5K? Let's see it. Drop a comment. Here is the 90-day blitz training. Did I do that right? Bam, there it is. Awesome. So just take a quick picture of that. You can go to the website and get access to all the training. By the way, this is public. It's available to anyone and everybody. You do not have to be on the power team. And this 90-day blitz training is what helped Kathleen hit 5K. So it works. Okay. Exciting announcement. We're going to close this out. We have another 5K interview. This is a gentleman who hit 5K affiliate basically his first month. So how would you guys like to learn from Christopher Celeste? It's going to be this Monday. So everybody take a quick picture of the screen right now. Set your alarm. Monday, that is May 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going live right here, same place we are right now. And you're going to be learning how Christopher hit 5K, basically his first month in the business. This guy is just on fire. He's rocking. You don't want to miss that. Okay, my friends, that's a wrap. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, click subscribe, click the bell so you get notified when we go live. And if you're watching on Facebook, somewhere on here on Facebook, maybe at the top, there's like 3 little buttons. Click on it. Make sure that your notifications are turned on. Make sure you click to see first. That way you're notified and you don't miss any of these live trainings that we're going to continue to put out there to help everyone level up their business. Listen, guys, I'm on fire. Okay, I'm on fire. I'm passionate. I'm excited. And I'm just flat out on a mission to help more people rank up. I love helping people rank up. I love helping people create results and having a breakthrough. And I want you to create a breakthrough. So if you're ready, I want you to implement everything you learned in this training. If you need to watch it again, you can wait a second, hit refresh, and you can watch the replay right here. By the way, somebody you know, maybe they're on your team, needs to watch this. Tag them in the comments or just share this video with them. They'll be thanking you for sure. And we'll see you on the next training. Bye, everybody.